If a tree falls in a forest and no one is around to hear it, does it make a sound? This classic philosophical question isn't one I intend to answer, but what I can say is this. If a tree falls in a forest and no one is there to observe it, no one is there to learn anything from it. Samorost 3 is a game worth observing. Besides its beautiful, collage-like painted backgrounds, its quirky, characterful sound design, and its surreal, otherworldly setting, Samorost 3 makes for a relatively unique and immersive gameplay experience through its encouragement of player exploration and observation. The gnome, our protagonist, is spurred into action by the falling of a mysterious horn, through which he hears a strange noise from across outer space, and is then inspired to build a spaceship by the spirit of a strange fungus near his house. Ignoring the surreal storyline, the unique thing is, none of this is communicated through dialogue or text. In fact, the game has no quests, dialogue, or text at all. And yes, this even includes the menus. The closest the game comes to traditional objectives are the rare thought bubbles that a few characters in the world may wordlessly express. Still, the only goal and measure of progress is in the exploration itself, and the only way to explore is by looking and listening to the very alive world around you. One of the main actions that the gnome regularly takes is to listen to a sound within the world and to repeat the sound back using the horn he found at the start of his journey. This act of observation and then creation, paying attention to the world and speaking its language, breathes life into it, quite literally. Spirit-like visions often appear and reveal ideas, a reward for these acts of observation. It is not as if the gnome, or even the player, has any inclination or expectation of what the reward will be for their observations. They observe purely out of curiosity and the belief that the world will reveal what is needed to continue. And the world does reveal what is needed to continue, with a little bit of puzzle solving. Your observations, not just in this game, but in real life too, are creations in and of themselves. Your subjective interpretation of your surroundings is unique to you, and therefore, you breathe life into ideas that wouldn't otherwise exist just by observing the world. This idea is closely related to the philosophical area of study called phenomenology, which, through many bodies of work, describes the idea that things in our world, phenomena, are only ascribed meaning when they are consciously perceived. A tree falling in a forest doesn't mean anything, and might as well have never happened if no one was there to know that it happened. As Carl Sagan famously said, "We are a way for the cosmos to know itself." Without anyone there to observe them, the world's phenomena remain mysteries. Samorost 3 isn't a well-known game. It's a mystery to many. I'm just glad I was there to observe it.